How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And I want to let you guys know the private group is live and we are growing. If you want to be a part of a community of investors and as well as traders that want to just make money inside the stock market, then this group is for you. You can find the link inside the description. We'll be happy to have you a part of the family. So today, I almost forgot again. You know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. Well, you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. Why should you take a pencil to bed? To draw the curtains. Not too bad. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN. I know you guys see what's going down in after hours right now. I know you're seeing it. But anyways, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. But before we get started, I want to let you know if you're new to this channel, we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're considering to take a position in OCGN, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is the update that was released in after hours that has OCGN moving to the upside. Then secondly, we're going to be taking a look and doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. Yes, we saw a lot of volatility this week going into the 3-day long weekend, but there's some things that I want you guys to be aware of so you're prepared and you have a game plan, especially going in on Tuesday. And then after that, we'll be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to take a look at the inflows and as well as the outflows, and this will have an impact on its price action and what we can look forward to going into next week. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's jump into it. So let's go over the update that came out in after hours that had OCGN stock going to the moon. Here we go. So brief, Ocugen says Bharat Biotech's phase 3 vaccine results demonstrate 77.8% protection against overall disease. Ocugen's COVID-19 vaccine co-development partner Bharat Biotech shares phase 3 results demonstrating a 77.8% protection against overall disease. Ocugen Inc. efficacy analysis demonstrates Covaxin to be 93.4% protective against severe symptomatic COVID-19. Ocugen Inc. efficacy data demonstrates 65.2% protection against SARS-CoV-2. B.1.617.2, the Delta variant. We already know that's a very big one. That's kind of led to the resurgence and stuff. Ocugen Inc. adverse events reported in studies were low, with 12.4% of subjects experiencing commonly known side effects. This is great news as well because this demonstrates that there is great safety around Covaxin. So not many people are having adverse side effects, and we know that is something that goes around a lot, especially with the vaccine that have come out, but we see that Covaxin is killing it in this area. Next point, Covaxin Inc. Both adverse events and severe adverse events reported in the vaccine group were reported on a similar rates to a placebo group. Ocugen Inc. initiated discussions with Health Canada for regulatory approval of Covaxin. So this is part of the reasons why we have OCGN taking off right now in after hours, and it's definitely going to look like a very interesting Tuesday. When I did the technicals, which we're about to get into right now, I was not seeing this, but at the same time, it is still valuable because I want you guys to see so you can look out for the pullbacks, because if it does pull back, then you can take advantage when it starts to run back up. So now let's jump into that, and then we'll do the order flow, and then I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $7.29, being down 6.90%. On the low, it tested $7.02, and then on the high, testing $7.75. And also, just to let you guys know very quickly, in after hours, OCGN made a strong pop to $8.60. But as you can see, so far, as of this recording at 5:20 p.m., it's at $8.01. Right now, it's showing 4, just a little bit of a delay. So we want to see how is it lining up with our indicators. We are using the 1-year daily chart. As we take a look at down below, you can see the RSI is right around 43.86. So we're definitely in that oversold territory. Now, when we take a look at how it's lining up with the indicators on the chart here, we are above the 200-day, we are below the 100-day, and we're also below the 21-day EMA where it's at $7.89. So one of the things I want you guys to look out for, we've done a fairly good job holding up this area of support right in this $7 range. We've talking about this on many different occasions, and due to the fact that many small cap tech stocks were getting sold off, this was of no surprise. So what we want to look forward to, we want to see OCGN continue to hold up this $7 area, and if it decides to pull back even further, then of course you want to see how well it'll be holding up this $6.50, you call it $6.40 level. So when we take a look at areas of resistance, we already know that $8 level is a psychological level. So it'll be great going into Tuesday that, you know what, we can open up above $8, open up in that $8 range. We did get some good news, and we could just look to see in regards to the after hours if we can maintain that strength and bring it into the pre-market. But taking all of this into consideration, OCGN did hold up areas of support that we talked about, and like I said, look at these pullbacks as opportunities, especially if you believe in the long-term prospects. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we can see here on the inflow we had 30, and on the outflow we had 24. We had 0 on the large for inflow, and we had 1 for outflow. On the medium, we had 22, and as far as for the outflow, we had 16. And as far as for the small, we had 8, and on the outflow, we had 7. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, we have 0 on the 28th, 0 on the 30th, and as well as 0 on the 1st. But we can see here on the 2nd, we have 753, and on the 29th, we have 897.57. But of course, this is of no surprise whatsoever. We saw a lot of volatility in this stock this week, and it was part of the reasons why. There are opportunities if you want to buy on the pullbacks, because if you have high conviction and you believe that ocugen will be dominating on a global scale and it will be coming into North America as far as Canada and the US, then it does provide a lot of upside for you. And part of the reasons being is if you were able to do that, you'd be benefiting off of the price action that is going on in after hours. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, this is definitely some great news that we got in regards to Covaxin from Bharat Biotech. We are showing, as far as safety is concerned, things are looking really good. Another thing to keep in mind, we see there are different variants that are coming out, and Covaxin is showing strong effectiveness, especially against the other mRNA vaccines that are out there, from what we see from Pfizer, Moderna, and what was the other one from? AstraZeneca, and so forth. So taking this all into consideration here, Covaxin, we want to see it dominate on the global stage, and this is a great sign. And one of the things we want to look out for is what is WHO going to be saying. We know that WHO is going to be giving their approval by the 2nd week of August. So that is another catalyst that we can look forward to, and I feel will have an impact on the overall stock. As far as going into next week, yes, I want to see this momentum continue. If we could hold up that $8 level, especially going into regular trading hours, we could look very, very strong. Another thing to also understand, we were going into a 3-day long weekend and there was a lot of selling pressure. I want to congratulate those who were buying on the dips, because if you were able to buy on the dips because you had high conviction, you would be looking real green inside of your portfolio right now. And then before I actually finish this video out, I will be giving you guys another video over the weekend as well. Come on, you guys know I got you covered. If you're in this play, do know you need to have high conviction. You're going to be seeing a lot of FUD out there. I'm seeing it all over online. Many people are asking me, what are my thoughts on the lawsuits? A lot of these lawsuits are frivolous. And it's one thing I want you guys to understand, because most times I'm going to explain something to you. When these lawsuits go down, the only benefit is for the attorneys that are involved. They say that they're representing the investors, but by the time everything is done and everything is actually settled, the investors really don't get anything. So just taking this into consideration, we also do know Ocugen has a lot of cash on hand. They'll be able to handle all of that. And this happens in the market all of the time. And this is something why I say you need to have high conviction. This is part of the reasons why I don't even look at it or give it much attention, because a lot of times these lawsuits are nonsense and they end up being settled or thrown out. So for the most part, things are definitely looking good for OCGN, and I can't wait to see what happens for next week.